I want to bring up this comment. Hans Zarkov, I think, is that Anton LaVey in the thumbnail or the avatar there? Funny how one can find 600 errors in a book that's supposed to be perfect and demands you obey it under penalty of eternal punishment. I just want to say a couple of things in response to this. So, these are allegations of errors from a skeptic that we're going through. We're not saying, hey, look, we found 600 errors, we know they're errors, and we're just going to try and gaslight you and say they're not. We're examining them to say, are these actually errors or are they not? And so far, they're not. On the other hand, the second part of your objection, it's not demanding that you obey the Bible under penalty of eternal punishment. The reason people go to hell is because they sin, not because they couldn't follow a book. And on that note, there's no reason to say that people in hell wouldn't keep sinning. So it's not like you're punished eternally for finite sins. And lastly, the only thing that saves people from heaven, it's not doing enough, it's not doing good, it's not following all the law, it's trusting in Jesus. That's what saves people. So,
yeah, and for the sake of argument too, Hans, or I guess Dr. Zarkov, I was raised a Christian, I became an atheist, and later became a Christian again. And if I was just going into this conversation with you one-on-one, I would just grant that there's errors in the Bible. And then we go, okay, where do we go from there? Where are the arguments that God exists? How does materialism make any sense at all? And on and on. But that's just the topic of this particular video today isn't how can we convert Hans Zarkov. It's
right.
Looking at these Bible contradictions and saying, is there a very, very, very plausible solution to these so that it's not actually a contradiction? So far, it looks like, the ones I've seen, there's not. So,
yes. And one final comment on that before we keep moving. There's going to be disagreement in the scholarship on whether people think the Bible actually does have error. You'll have more, I guess you could say conservative scholarship, but I don't like using that term, which says, no, there's absolutely none.
I think the term's more based scholarship.
Yeah, there you go. Then you have more liberal scholarship, which says, yeah, there can be, or maybe there are here, and here. But the overall message is still reliable. So they might say stuff like that. But either way, whether you have a Bible that has some errors or it's completely perfect, we can still have high confidence that Jesus actually rose from the dead, and then it's game over. At that point, Christianity is true. If Jesus rose from the dead, Christianity is true.